there's the people who think, oh, well, Ralph Baer and Odyssey and the brown box. That's where video games started.
Make it a lot easier because we got
and then people, of course, know Bushnell. Well, Bushnell is one who actually made it practical and taught people what a video game was. Even with the Odyssey, people weren't sure. And so like Nolan Bushnell, with Tom and all that really, he's the father of video games. And I've always kind of said, well, people are overlooking a lot that all of the early games that Nolan Bushnell did, or that Ralph Baer did, were hardware games. They were chips soldered together. It was somebody at Midway taking a game that had been invented in Japan, Taito, that had the company Taito had come up with a racing game that Midway had licensed for the United States. And somebody at Midway said, it'd be easier to do all this if we programmed that into a microprocessor. That changed everything about video games. Turned it into a software thing. I don't know who that guy is, but that's the guy who made it possible for me to get into video games. Made it possible for us to do any of this stuff. Was that? That guy's forgotten. That to me is important. But then the fourth guy, if I was doing Mount Rushmore, I'd put Ralph Baer, I'd put Nolan Bushnell, I'd put that guy from Taito, and then I'd put, and the name's escaping me, from Nintendo, the guy Mario, the guy who invented all that stuff, because it's the games. The games really bring people. You can have the fanciest, greatest little machine. I mean, the Sega Dreamcast was a really nice machine. Didn't have a game. The game does it. The Atari 2600, that was considered kind of a flop at the beginning. They sort of forced Nolan Bushnell out of the company because he put so much money into developing these things. They had them in the warehouse. They weren't selling until they released Space Invaders. And then they started flying out that they had to start making more. Bushnell was gone by that time. Atari had announced they were discontinuing the thing. But then suddenly, 800,000, a million, 2 million of these are flying out the door. It's the app, it's the killer app, what they want to play on it. So when they're talking about the history of these things, that's where you really got to push on these things. And coming back to us at Mattel, I think they put together a very creative group. And we were always pushing stuff. Everybody was looking at each other's stuff. There's a lot of competition within people. How can we make our game? How can I make my game? How can I make my game better than Mark's game? That's what it really came in. And he was like, how can he make his game better than Russ's game? But then we're also helping each other make our games better than each other's games. So it was a lot of fun. I think that was what yours was like. It was fun. It was fun. That's why I started this whole thing. When Mattel was going out of business, Mark Urbanek said to me, Keith, the terrible thing is I know I'll never work for a company as much fun as this is. I said, yeah, Mark, we will. But it'll be a company that we start ourselves. And that was pretty much it. From 1980, I started in 81, going there to 84, and then from 85 to 89, doing the games for INTV Corporation. This was so much fun that when I had the opportunity to let's buy it and keep it going, well, yeah, yeah, it's fun. So, and as long as it's fun, I'll keep doing it.